Hello, beauties. Welcome to Moms Unboxed, a podcast where I unbox with you the how-tos, tips, and tricks to empower women to upgrade relationships, intimacy, and parenting. I'm your host, Melanie Carolyn, a multi-dimensional woman, life coach, lover, and mom who's made a lot of fucking mistakes. If you want to live a sensual and liberated life, you've come to the right space. Don't forget to follow Moms Unboxed because you don't want to miss an episode. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Moms Unboxed. How y'all doing this week? I hope you're having a fabulous week. And if you're not, I trust that it will turn around for you. I have to have that hope. I have to have that faith because I have been in a place where it felt hopeless, especially around the holidays. I was that struggling parent, being single, having a 2-year-old, raising that 2-year-old and then having twins, and Christmas time would come around and there would be some guilt there, not being able to buy as many gifts as we think we should. And as moms, we want to be able to provide our children everything, even the holiday spirit, setting up lights, Christmas tree, doing our best to make it feel festive and full of spirit. This week, I'm unboxing with you some ideas on maybe mindset shifts on what it means to provide a great Christmas and ideas for your children and your loved ones. So let's get to it. One of my Christmas gifts that I was gifted was a spa day. Oh my God, every mom needs a spa day. Okay, you need that time to relax, rejuvenate, time to reflect and contemplate. If you can do a little spa session, even if it's not a spa, a massage, or like a stone room, gift yourself the time and ability to recenter and just regain that peace. I just had a sound bath 2 weeks ago. It was amazing. It was so beautiful. I held it at a botanical conservatory and it was gorgeous. There was plants everywhere and, a pond with fish and oh my gosh, this just amazing, gorgeous tree that went, fucking 10 plus feet up. It was so beautiful. And I provided a crystal sound bath and guided women through a beautiful meditation. And I just love doing that. I love. And I cannot wait until 2025 so I can host more events. If you are in Tacoma, Olympia, anywhere that you're willing to drive to Tacoma for a very intimate sound bath, I am your woman. Okay, but that is not what we're here to talk about. Okay. Honestly, though, if you do want to gift your loved one a Reiki session or a sound bath, please DM me at I am Melanie Carolyn, okay? Because there is nothing better than giving the gift of peace, okay? And what mom does not want an hour of peace? I know I do all the time. But right now, we're going to talk about how do we gift without feeling guilty that we're not giving enough or it's not a good enough gift for our kids, or maybe you cannot gift very much this holiday. And that is understandable. And that is why I am here to talk to you about the importance of what lights a person up. So many times us moms, we're doing the last minute mad dash through Fred Meyer's trying to pick up all the gifts for our kids, and it's honestly meaningless. We're just trying to fill the gaps underneath the tree when really we want to think about what is our child's love language? What is our partner's love language? And how can we gift something that is going to be more meaningful? It's not just a toy off the shelf. Because let me tell you what, Josh and I have done the let me buy multiple gifts to fill underneath the tree, and the kids love it. They're always the last one opening gifts, of course. But those fun things only last about 2 to 3 weeks before they're lost in their bedroom or they've lost interest in it. Half the shit that I've bought my kids, I don't even remember what it is, and I don't even know where it's at because they haven't played with it. Like the geocaches, that was real hot. Got all the kids some geocaches, and then they disappear. They stop using them. I'm like, where are these gifts that I give you? So when you give something more meaningful, it's going to have a larger impact. It's going to create a memory. It's going to touch them in the heart because it's like, oh my God, I really love this thing, or I love doing this activity with you. You know, whatever it might be, it's going to be more meaningful because you've put more time and effort into it and you've put more thought behind the gift rather than just like, okay, what do I think this person's going to want? Cool. They probably going to want to watch or something. So I just get them that. And hey, if you want to get your partner a watch, yes, add some initials to it, you know, put a little more thought into, you know, what that could be like if it had a little meaning of detail to it. So when I talk about love languages, I mean the words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, physical touch, and quality time. Now, my daughter loves quality time, always wants to be around mom. And my daughter is also very much into crafting, crocheting, building things, painting, artwork, drawing. Pearly Pearl loves everything. And I love that. And I thought it would be a nice gift to give the gift of quality time with mom. You might want to give the gift of quality time with your partner. So, you know, engaging in a date that they're interested in. For my daughter, for instance, I was thinking like a crochet class would be fun. I'm actually doing this for all three of my kids because I don't think you can go wrong with quality time, regardless of the love language. What you could do is go onto Canva, print out a cute coupon or some type of flyer or like announcement and have them open that envelope on Christmas Day explaining what they've received. So my son, my oldest, I want to take him to the car museum. And so I'm probably going to do a type of flyer or some type of invite created on Canva that I can print out that lets him know, hey, me and mom, we going on a date and we're going to the car museum. And same with my daughter and my son. I'm going to create something that they can still open that's going to be meaningful. They're going to remember that memory. And so I was doing some research for moms out there who are like, hey, my budget is not very high. I can't really do like those crazy activities that cost $50. I get it. So what I suggest is that you do some research within your county. The library typically offers free tickets to like the history museum, a glass museum, whatever museums might be in your local city. Look at what the library has to offer and you can choose select dates for those free tickets. The other thing you can do is like look at the museum. Sometimes they have free tickets for people who qualify for state assistance. So if you are getting SNAP or EDB, you could qualify for a reduced price or free ticket to do that activity. So this is exactly what I did. I looked around the Tacoma area and looked at what I could qualify for free activities for my kids and you would be absolutely shocked what companies offer assistance so that families can still do what other families get to do who might have a different budget. So that is a suggestion that I have for you here before Christmas is do some research, print out something cute for your kids to open and set up a date for that activity. And I'm telling you, the people who really love quality time and that one-on-one time, they're going to love that gift. The other things that you can do in general for your kids is to create a coupon for like cuddle time, cook with mommy date night at home, plan like a fancy dinner that you can have at home that like treats all the kids. Maybe you go down to your local store and buy like a cheesecake and just do it up a little bit more at dinner time than you would previously. And then you make it into like a little restaurant. I think that's a hella cute idea. You can even do like a little picnic in your living room floor. I know it's cold out here, so I'm not trying to picnic outside right now. But if you created a little tent fort or a blanket fort with, your kids' favorite snacks and treats. I mean, that sounds fun, right? There's just so much that you could do. You could have a movie night, a paint night. You could have a Lego building night. There's different things that you can do where it just takes going on a camera and printing something out, and then there you go. You have yourself various quality time dates that you can engage in with your kids or your partner. Like, these are good for everyone. These aren't just like for kids. Like, I would love, me and Donnie set up a little fort blanket time and had our little favorite treats underneath. I mean, that would be cute. Or even, what I was thinking is like making a meal for Donnie and having it next level at home date night cooking, where I cook a different type of meal and buy a fancy tablecloth and buy some flowers and set up the table. There's just different things that you can do that would be meaningful and touching, and you could tell that you put time and effort into creating this extravagant memory that you can have with your kids or your partner. The other love language is physical touch. So this takes, you being around, you having that quality time. But you could do coupons. Again, I love it with the coupons. I'm all about creating something online and then printing it and making it into something cute. I've actually done it for Donnie a couple times for our dates, just surprising him. But with physical touch, you could offer a massage or like draw them a bath and make it fancy. Even for your kids, the gift of bubbles and bring them a cute little water with lemon in it. The other thing you can do is hand massages, and you and your partner have a very sexy date night where you light some candles and you get the massage oils and you both give each other massages, or if you're doing it as a gift, you give your partner the gift of a massage and put in a nice warm washcloth over their face. I just love that, or something. So this is just something that you can think about, is how does your children or your partner enjoy having physical touch, and where can you amplify that more, whether it's holding your kids' hand or having a cuddle night. Make sure that you understand how your child or your partner can feel extra loved during the holidays. The third love language is receiving gifts. Of course, everyone wants to receive gifts, especially during the holidays. My third love language is receiving gifts, and it doesn't have to be something you buy. It could be something that you create. Maybe you do a DIY Christmas card for the person that you want to gift it to. Maybe your partner really enjoys flowers. During the wintertime, it's hard to pick flowers, but there are markets you can buy flowers at. You can hit up your local grocery store. Always has a flower section. You can also give them the gift of their favorite snacks and treats. And sometimes I do that with the kids. I'll just gift them something that they enjoy, or a drink that they enjoy, or even buying your partner or your kids a hot chocolate and coffee, even on Christmas morning, just surprising them with that. Purchasing gifts based on likes and hobbies and interests is always a good way to go, because not only are you just picking a random gift like that mad dash through Fred Meyer's, but you're thinking about, what are they actually going to use? What are they going to want to explore as a hobby? And how can I support them in doing that? It's like my son, he really loves soccer, so I'm probably going to get him something soccer related that he can do to improve his skills. Impromptu gifts are always special, especially when it comes to gifting someone a gift based around their hobbies and interests. The other thing that you can do for people who enjoy receiving gifts, writing people letters, is always such a special way to show someone that you care about them and you love them. Number 4, acts of service. So, hey, again, giving a gift certificate for a free car wash to your partner, if you're willing to wash their car or do something that they've kind of been putting off that you're like, you know what, I'm going to do that for them for Christmas. That's always a nice thing. You can print a coupon that says something like, I will display my love for you by doing such and such, like whatever that act of service might be. And then asking your spouse, hey, are there things that you've been wanting done around the house that you haven't been able to do? Or is there something you've been wanting to buy so that you can fix something or whatever it might be? Being able to navigate that and maybe helping them out with bridging the gap that they have would also be helpful. And then especially when it comes to your children, us moms, we are always doing acts of service for our kids. So they may not understand, hey, doing this for you guys is showing my love for you. I love you and I'm willing to do what I can for you. But writing a letter to your kids, telling them how much you love them, would be an amazing gift. And just as I'm saying this, I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. I want to do that for my kids. I just want to write them a little letter that they can have for themselves. They can save it away in a scrapbook or in a drawer and have that reminder and love from mom that they can go back to at any point in time. Oh, I love that. Draw your partner a bath with rose petals in it. Make it, beautiful, a beautiful setting, right? Like I said, lighting some candles and making it more than just a bath, making it an experience. And the 5th love language is words of affirmation. And this is where I said the letter would be so sweet. Writing little sticky notes and putting them everywhere. I know that's a cute one for Valentine's Day too. Putting how much you love someone or something in their car and on the mirror and just surprising them with that. I love surprising my partner with notes because he enjoys words of affirmation. The other thing you can do for words of affirmation is gift an affirmation book, something that your children or your partner can write in that gives them a boost each day. And the gift helps them with their everyday life. And then freely gifting or giving compliments to your partner. You can create a cute little book on Canva and write all the reasons why you're grateful for them. That would be such an amazing gift. Actually, I think I might do that. That's a cute idea. And then creating a craft activity that affirms your love for them. Sitting down with your child and expressing the areas in which you're watching your child grow and develop and how you're enjoying seeing them come into the person that they are is always a great idea. How would I gift that? Again, gifting the activity and just being sure that during that time you are communicating with each other. You're communicating your gratitude for your child and asking them if they're proud of themselves and how they're feeling about who they're growing and developing into is a great conversation to have, especially teenagers. The words of affirmation is really great paired with quality time or acts of service and just being sure that you are writing them a letter or writing them little sticky notes telling them that you love them and you're proud of them and all the things that they're doing, because words of affirmation is important for some people. And just thinking about what lights the person up. What lights your kids up? What lights your partner up? Is it a specific smell? Do they like a certain taste? We can give the gift of sausage and cheese for that person that would really love that. So just be thinking, is there a certain show, actor, actress that they like? What are their interests? Do they want anime shirts or a certain cartoon character? What is it that they would appreciate rather than getting them the random gift that they are going to be grateful for, but it might not hold their interest. A few weeks later, you don't see that thing anymore and it's lost underneath their bed somewhere, because that happens to my kids all the time. So I told my soon-to-be ex-husband, I said, I'm not going hard on this Christmas. I'm not going to have guilt. I'm not going to buy my kids a million Christmas gifts, go broke in the bank. I mean, there's people out there trying to take out loans or asking for help on Facebook. It's super important to think about the meaning behind the gift rather than just filling underneath the tree. I want you to think about something. Reflect on the Christmases that you had when you were a child. Are you remembering the memories of the people and laughter and the joy and the happiness? Or do you remember what y'all got every single Christmas? I only remember a few Christmases. I don't remember all the gifts I've received every Christmas as a child. I remember the people that I was surrounded with, like I said, the joy, the laughter, and the love, and the presence and connection of what that meant for me during that holiday. Those are the things I remember. I remember waking up super excited Christmas morning. It was the memory that is most important to me, and the pictures that are taken. I want to start scrapbooking again so that I can reflect on my life, because sometimes I don't remember everything. And as a mom, I think that we are so busy. We're going day to day to day, creating the memories and the environment. My kids are going to remember that each year we set up the Christmas village. Those are the memories that I want to be creating with my children. It shouldn't be about how many Christmas gifts are underneath the tree. It needs to be about gratitude, love, and connection. And those are the things you want to ask yourself. How am I creating an environment that resembles the connection and love that we should have every day, but especially around the holidays? Think about what traditions can you create with your kids so that those things are creating lasting memories for your babies. It's not the materialistic gifts that matter. There's a quote by Maya Angelou that I really enjoy and appreciate. And she says, "Giving liberates the soul of the giver." And it really does. When you can give of your time, your love, your energy, you are gifting your child and your partner with parts of you that come from the heart and the soul, not from your money. It's from within. It's what we're giving within ourselves, and that's what we should be teaching the next generations. And unfortunately, in my opinion, I believe it's going the opposite direction. Kids are caring more about what video games they're getting, or what video game consoles they're getting, or that they're getting the next full upgrade of the phone. Unless we're teaching the importance of connection and spending quality time with individuals and considering other people's love languages, it's easy to get lost in the materialistic things, especially with the younger generation. And if we can go back to what is truly important, and that is the gratitude, connection, and love that people can share with each other, the world will become a kinder, more forgiving space, because we will have built a better humanity. Think about that this holiday, and even for year of 2025. It's like, what values and morals do you want to teach your kids while they are growing and developing? What do you truly want to instill into your child's development? I have been focusing really hard this year on doing activities that bring us closer together, that have nothing to do with video games, TV, or fucking YouTube. I am sitting my kids down and we painted ceramics this past weekend and they're gifting their ceramics to a family member. I'm also doing baking with them, doing the Christmas cookies. I also, went to a tree farm and picked out a tree. There are things that I want to create for my kids so that they can reflect back on their holidays and to say, Mom really made an effort that we all be together. And I really loved how we all painted together, baked cookies, went and got the Christmas tree and set it all up together. Or, I'm seeing a lot of people going to Christmas parades. I haven't been able to indulge in that, but there are different things in your community that you can even look into that would bring more Christmas spirit, more family traditions, rather than the random Christmas gifts we are purchasing because we are coming from a place of guilt, like it's not enough, because it is enough for your kids. It's enough that you guys are all together. It's enough that they're feeling loved, they're feeling the connection. My best friend, her family for New Year's, what they do every year is play tabletop games. And I love that, to play with the kids and build those memories and connection, because all my kids, they enjoy playing games and they enjoy playing games with me. And that also gives me an opportunity. And you can think about this through your gift giving, is like, how can you bring out the inner child in you? Like, how can you be more creative and thoughtful in the gift giving so that it's fun for you? Like Elf on the Shelf. I resisted Elf on the Shelf for years. My husband and I both were like, fuck that shit. That's a lot of work. Like, we don't want to do it. And we finally gave in because my son would not stop asking for one. And now we're in separate homes now, but I have Elf on the Shelf. Her name is Lizzie. And Lizzie does all kinds of silly shit at the house. And it's fun and it's creative. And it's a way for Lizzie to bring out the inner child with parents and have fun with it and see the reactions of their kids. They're not doing it based from a place of like guilt or feeling like it's a chore, or like, I'm doing it because it brings joy and it brings memories and connection, and the kids love it. They're curious about it, and I love that. And I want to keep doing those things that bring out the curiosity in my children, that bring out that fun and the surprise element. And it's just, finding ways to bring out those things so that you can have and share deeper memories with your children. So if you are feeling mom guilt over the Christmas gifts, I hope that you can reflect on this episode and think about what it is you can do that makes that impact. The gifts are more thoughtful and they're more geared towards their love language. And if you don't know their love language, just observe their behavior. Are your kids coming up to you for hugs all the time? Are they saying, I love you? My daughter is verbal affirmations. She tells me she loves me like 10 times a day. And I love that. So think about, what do your kids do? Do they want to do acts of service? If they're trying to do things for you, it's likely that their love language is actually acts of service. Or they're telling you, Mom, you're doing such a good job. I bet their love language is words of affirmation. So just take a look at how they behave, and that will give you some insight on how they receive love. And thinking about like the list of things that you can do to really touch their heart this holiday. And if you are struggling still and you're just feeling really down and out about this holiday season, DM me at I am Melanie Carolyn. I'm here to support you, and you're not alone in feeling guilty over this holiday, or maybe you're going through a really hard time in your life and you're trying really hard to get into the Christmas spirit, but you're just not. That's been my last, several years. And I had to decide that even if it's the little things that I can do, like going to the dollar store and getting ornaments or little Christmas decor, do that for the kids, because the kids they're not comparing you to anyone else. They're not comparing your Christmas decor to their friends' mom's Christmas decor. They see what love and effort and time you put into it, and that they get to be involved. Involve them in your Christmas decorating. I know that there are some moms out there that like, hell no, they're not touching my Christmas ornaments or my Christmas decor, and I don't like the way they put things places. How can you let go of the perfectionism for Christmas? Because I think some of that is where our guilt is driven from, is this need to be perfect. Have everything perfect. Perfect decor, perfect fucking cooking, perfect, Christmas village, perfect gifts, perfect, and perfectionism is a fucking scandal. And there's no such thing as perfectionism, even though Martha Stewart might sit here and argue with me about it. But in in our everyday life, at least, like as a mom, perfectionism is an expectation that we set for ourselves that really ends in suffering. It's another gateway to guilt. And if you can release some of the need to be perfect, I bet you'll feel less guilt over needing things to be perfect. And so think about how that kind of ties into your life. Where in your life are you trying or expecting things to be perfect, where they're not perfect, and it's causing you suffering, it's causing you disappointment, it's causing you anger and frustration and guilt. And if you can release some of that, I bet you'll feel way more fluid with the holidays and being willing to adjust and go with the flow, and know that what matters is the connection and love that you're bringing people and your children together, and you're creating memories, because that's what's important about this holiday, is the love, connection, and growth. And I hope that this holiday you're feeling an abundance of love. And if you're not, I invite you to just wrap your arms around yourself and give yourself that hug for this holiday, because you are fucking badass. You're not just a mom. You are a wonderful woman, and you may have things that you want to work towards for 2025. Write those things down. Write a plan on how you can execute those things so that you can create more memories, more connection with your children, not just through this holiday, but throughout the entire year. I love you, Mama. I hope you have had an amazing holiday thus far, and I hope it continues to go well. I hope this episode helped you kind of brainstorm about what you can do to create meaningful gifts and release some of that mom guilt that we struggle with, especially around the holidays. And if you are struggling, like I said, please reach out. I am Melanie Carolyn on Instagram. DM me. Also, if you follow me on Instagram, I am Melanie Carolyn, and you DM me and let me know, you're going to put in a free raffle for a Reiki session or a coaching session. And I'll be doing that draw on New Year's. All right, mamas, thank you so much for being here. I love you, and don't forget to live a liberated, sensual, and unboxed life. Until the next time, sunshine. Thank you again for joining me for another episode of Moms Unboxed. If you have a topic or relationship question, connect with me at I am Melanie Carolyn. And don't forget to follow Moms Unboxed. May you live a liberated, sensual, and unboxed life. Until the next time, sunshine.